Are you telling me that you built a time machine? Out of a DeLorean?
Welcome to the Raiders of the Lost Commentary podcast.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
The unofficial commentary for your favorite
Get to the chopper!
and not so favorite films.
The famous comedian Arnold Braunschweiger.
Starring your hosts Adam and Matt.
Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
Start your movie in 3, 2, 1.
All right.
So we're watching Super Mario Brothers.
Super
the movie,
Mario Brothers, the first feature film to be based on a video game.
And then no one else made a movie, video game movie until Doom.
I love this song.
Oh wait, I guess
Mortal Kombat. Yeah, but again, Super Mario was the beginning of the end. First video game, and pretty much last one that Hollywood ever trusted.
I mean, this movie has pretty good cast, really and truly. Like, you got your Bob Hoskins, you know, you got your John Leguizamo.
I like my.
Fun fact: the narrator is Dan Castellaneta, who's you probably recognize his voice as Homer Simpson or the other 12 people he does on The Simpsons.
Yeah, you know what? I can actually tell now that you're saying it.
It does sound a bit like Simpsons-esque, right?
It really does. Now that I know.
The
Brooklyn,
65 million years ago. But yeah, you got Dennis Hopper also in this movie. Like, it's got a pretty decent cast for its time. Do you know the budget for this was also higher than Jurassic Park?
No way.
Yeah.
What?
Can you imagine? The titling's pretty great, and I think like the production designer David L. Snyder, the reason why it has this like stark look in this film is because he did movies like Blade Runner or my favorite, Demolition Man.
That very futuristic feeling to it.
All right, so she's knocking on this door. I haven't watched this movie like since I was a child. Like, when's the last time you seen it?
Probably like a couple years ago.
Really?
Yeah, well, I think last time my girlfriend gave me that for my birthday a couple years ago. So
Oh,
I had it on VHS, and it was awesome.
I think like and Alan Silvestri
Pops up again.
Yeah, doing the score. A common theme here. I love his scores. So
Let's see if his scores sound like Back to the Future this time, or should I say Predator?
I love the off-screen guy that yells all the time in older movies. You don't see that as much like in new movies. That guy who just yelled like, "Hey, lady, what are you doing?"
And that's probably like someone from the like just random person in production that was just like, you know what, like, can you just yell for us? Hey, you can't do that.
It's true. The editor, Mark Goldblatt, again, like this film has a lot of great, I don't know, like production people on it. Mark Goldblatt, known for Terminator and Terminator 2 and Planet of the Apes, at least the new one, Rise of the Planet of the Apes.
Pretty solid.
Like, this dude's clearly edited some serious stuff, and even he couldn't make this piece of shit look good. Do you imagine like what it would look like with like, I don't know, a worse editor? We have Dennis Hopper in the sewer here.
See, I remember as a kid, I didn't really understand. I'm like, is that Bowser? Like, was that Bowser? Like, I didn't understand. And apparently, yeah, he's King Koopa, so he's the equivalent
of that.
Yeah, I don't know why he's wearing like medals and military kind of jacket looking.
This baby's been born from an egg right now. Kind of unclear.
If I was the nun, I'd like, that's some devil shit right there, wouldn't
and
it?
It came with a crystal, which, as we all know, that crystals don't do anything.
They do not?
No, unless it's in a movie.
Oh, okay. One of those skull crystals I hear are pretty powerful.
They're interdimensional time travelers. Isn't that what he says?
I love in movies how they like TV is always relevant to whatever's happening in the movie. Like this one, they're talking about parallel universes, and like in The Mask, they talk about the different masks that we wear.
Right.
It's just these things that it's like, come on.
The start of Back to the Future with the news report that tells you, like, it just lays out.
Tells
like,
you, yeah,
everything
the
you need to know.
plutonium or the what are they called? The Libyans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like Robert Zemeckis' wife. That's the newscaster.
Really?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Not here. That's not that old man on the TV. Isn't Robert Zemeckis' wife?
That's not no.
No.
Okay. I was make sure that
the. He just dropped boots into his dick.
Bob Hoskins,
Like one of the best, like.
It's his
actors,
voice, man. I love the voice. One in the sand. I like that.
He's just like I don't know. He's just got such a presence on screen. I always found.
You know, it's funny. Like, and then this is truth, but like, how old do you think Mario is?
Like
based on the video games. I'm not basing it on this movie, but like the video games themselves.
How old is Mario in the video games? 35.
No, he's actually 25.
25. That makes more sense. I just picture like I would trust a plumber that was 35 over a plumber that's.
I know
25.
he looks like middle aged. He really does. He looks in his like 30s, mid 30s, late 30s.
It's all that pizza and pasta.
But apparently that's what the creator said. Like he's actually in like his 20s. So it's really weird. I didn't know that until just recently.
How old is Luigi supposed to be then?
Slightly younger.
What if Luigi's like the older brother that just didn't like?
I actually thought he was the older brother when I was a kid. Just because he's taller. That's kid logic for me. He's taller, therefore
Right.
I saw him to be like older. But then again, everybody who played Luigi as a kid in the video game was the younger brother.
That's
Older
true.
brother always played Mario. He's the first player.
See, when I would play, my mom would make me be Luigi, and she would just play as Mario and not let me play my own video games. So you got this big businessman coming out of the car here.
Hey, yeah, I gotta fix my suit.
Who's in charge of this whole yeah?
Oh, it's this lady.
Oh, it's this girl here. Oh, this guy has a very Andrew Dice Clay look to him.
He kind of does.
Oh, baby.
What has she done? Like this actress. Who is this actress?
Samantha Mathis.
What else has she done?
Well,
Find that out for me.
let me tell you.
All
You might
right.
know her from famous movies as American Psycho,
Oh.
which is one of my favorites of all time. Buried, which I haven't seen.
Really? And,
Yeah.
I mean, you only see Ryan.
She must have been a voice actor.
Yeah, she must have been a voice actor.
Broken Arrow, Little Women, obviously a classic.
Classic that I've never seen.
You ever seen Little Women?
Nope.
It's actually really good.
Nope, I don't watch Little Women.
Atlas Shrugged too. The super right wing propaganda movie.
Is it? I've never seen that one either. Do you recommend that?
If you want to laugh at a bunch of stuff.
Oh, okay, perfect. I love laughing at things. Now, who are these guys exactly? Like, I think they're made up characters. I don't think they
You
actually
might-
have anything to do with the video game.
You know where you probably recognize her from? Is the Punisher movie in 2004.
Oh, the Tom Jane one.
Tom Jane one.
Yeah.
Which it was like, I felt like that was a really good one at the time until they put out the Netflix series.
I can't wait. Like, apparently they're making an actual specific one for Netflix.
That's awesome.
Which I'm excited for.
What's happening in
that-
the film now? She's like running away from something. Some guy's chasing her. This guy with glasses is chasing her.
I like how dinosaurs have evolved into humans.
Oh, the classic glass being moved out.
Does that make sense to you? Like, I get that the whole, apes kind of evolved into that, but, I mean...
No, that's the dumbest research anyone's ever done for a movie ever.
Like-
that dinosaurs evolved into humans. They clearly did no research.
But that's the thing is apparently this movie was getting rewritten constantly, that the actors kind of gave up. Like, there was always a new script happening every day. They're just like, yeah, all right, just give it to me and I'll say whatever your line is. So it's pretty ridiculous. Apparently, one of the first drafts was really, really close to the game, like full on with like the bad guys, the whatchamacallums, the plants.
Right.
I'm blanking out on here, but just a very, 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 very similar to the actual video game, which would have been actually interesting to see a game that's so similar to the game starts in Mushroom Kingdom or
Right. I mean, it's tough to do. I think they just they did like movies do now. They just take the character names and just do whatever they want with that property.
Yeah. No, it's like, don't get me even started on that new show, Riverdale. Oh, God.
Right. It is kind of like, I don't know, upsetting. If I made a Super Mario Brothers movie, I would make the whole movie like side scroll style. Like,
Oh,
you would
man.
only get profile shots of everyone throughout the whole movie.
So pretty much it's like that scene from Old Boy.
Right.
It's just the fighting, but Mario style, just stomping on some people.
Yeah. All the
Squashing
sound
them.
effects would be from the video game.
It's amazing. I feel like you should pitch that to the studios. They will just gobble it all up.
You could do it. You could totally do it, and it would still could look like 3D, right? Because you could still show depth, right? Like the
No, you're talking about live action though, right? Like no CG animation or anything.
oh
like,
no,
not animated.
it'll all be CGI with live actors,
Okay, got it.
and we would CGI Bob Hoskins.
Yeah. Bring him back, for sure.
Yeah, and then we'd also CGI John Leguizamo as his character from
Is it Spawn?
from Ice World. Or, no, what is
Sid.
it? What's the movie? The
Ice Age?
Ice Age.
Yeah. Sid the Sloth.
And then it'd probably still be better than this movie.
When was the first time you've seen this movie?
What's that?
When was the first time you've seen this movie?
I saw it when I was very, very young, and then I rewatched it. I would say I don't know, maybe when I was 18, so well over 10 years ago. I don't know. It's just a weird movie.
It's very weird. The directors of this movie, they were a couple.
Yeah, there were a couple that like a husband and wife team that directed, which I don't know, sounds like a disaster waiting to happen. But Bob Hoskins has gone on the record and said it's one of the worst movies. It is the worst movie he's ever done. They're completely unorganized and
Even Dennis Hopper said the same thing about that couple, and I think Louisiana. All the actors so far that have said anything have always been the same thing. So it's not just the one. I feel like it was just a bad time on set. Leguizamo and Hopkins were actually sometimes drunk on set because they just didn't care. Leguizamo was drunk one time and he got hit by a car and broke his leg. So if you look through the movie, you might be able to spot the cast that they put on top.
Have a cast on the cast.
Yeah, and then Hopkins also has a cast. At one point, he breaks his finger. So if you look for it, they actually just grabbed the cast on his finger and painted it like
flesh
color. Yeah. So let's look out for that in the movie. Let's look out for.
We're behind a bit, but Luigi asked the girl out on a date. Is she supposed to be Daisy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes more sense.
I think he calls her Daisy. Is it I think that's her actual name, but I don't know. But I'm pretty sure she's supposed to play Daisy. Yeah.
She's got a bit of a Daisy look to her.
This girl looks like Brooklyn Tina Fey.
Andrew Dice Clay, from the from earlier, be oh, Daisy. That's my best Andrew Dice Clay. I don't know if it's any good.
It's terrible.
Yeah,
See,
probably.
doesn't this girl remind you of Tina Fey? It's like Brooklyn Tina Fey.
I think just because she looks a bit Jewish, I think that's what you're saying.
Wow, that is not. Nope. That's not what I meant at all.
I think you made like something racial about it.
I think you're making something racial about
Yeah,
it.
does she look like the nanny too? She looked like Fran Dresser.
She kind of does, actually. Okay, I see your point.
She just has that New York Jew look. I don't know. It's like a look.
The
Maybe
classic
she's not
look.
a Jew.
But then you have Anthony Hopkins, who's British, who's playing an Italian.
Bob Hoskins.
Sorry, jeez. Bob Hoskins. And then Leguizamo, who plays his brother. But if I remember correctly, I think he's adopted.
John Leguizamo asking her to go home with him.
For a kids movie?
Yeah,
Man.
pretty serious. Oh, we got these guys.
I always hated the way they talked.
It's so they're basically like
Comic relief.
Well, no, but they're like Koopas or what are they called?
I think
Troopa?
I think they're just Koopas in like, because the oh my god, what do you call those? The things that they stomp on. Why am I blanking so hard right now? I love Mario games. Goombas.
Goombas. That's what
Goombas
we're
are the
looking
giant things with the weird heads. Funny how the littlest thing in the game became in this movie there's just these gigantic people with little heads.
at. I think they just like went for like
How do you
weird looks.
How do you come up? I'm flabbergasted by this. Like I appreciate the creativity that happens in this movie. Like it's very, you're like, all right, that's kind of cool how they came up with some of this stuff. I mean, Super Mario, it's not exactly the most ideal thing to turn into a movie.
No, but just like the phenomenon that was.
Oh, yeah,
Nintendo
no,
and
for
all that,
sure.
like you have to turn it into a movie. That's like the be all end all. Like, was it turned into a movie? Like
Exactly. And it pretty much, anything else after that, like the reason we didn't get Zelda and Metroid, pretty much any Nintendo, like anything from Nintendo into movies is because of this movie's bombing so hard. Because apparently Metroid was in development, and then that dropped.
because of this bombed.
In my opinion, it seems like it.
Oh,
Kidnapping.
so
Kidnapping in a lighthearted way, because of the music.
so is Mario's like girlfriend supposed to be Peach?
No. Well, I don't think so. I think they went away from that. I don't know why. I don't know. A lot of things. Adam, you ask too many questions.
Well, I don't know. I'm just going by what I know from the game.
But no. I think it's Daniela. Yeah, I think that's what her name was. So it's not Peach.
So Daisy is showing them some of the fossils.
Yeah, the fossils found in like the.
And they're looking down in this dark tunnel. I would never go into a dark tunnel in New York City.
Especially with a girl that says she feels comfortable down there. Like, okay, all
Yeah,
right, I just met you, but all right.
What have you done in this dark tunnel? With the homeless people?
Yeah.
This is the best looking fossil they could have possibly found.
Look at that, eh?
Like, it looks like it was planted there by, like, McDonald's. Like, when you went into the play structure and you
Yes.
uncover, like,
Yes.
a fossil at, like, a playhouse or whatever. Oh, you found a dinosaur. Now cover it back up so the other kids can find
Why
it
is
too.
nobody freaking out over this? Like, they just found this giant, like, this whole new dinosaur species that has opposable thumbs, and they can literally just walk to it. You'd think this thing would have been blocked off and whole discovery thing.
Oh, there's a leak now in the thing. These two guys ran away. And there's water.
Thank God I have a plumber with me. Oh, look at
You're a
that.
plumber. You plumb.
You plumber. He's a terrible plumber.
They had time to dry off, it seems.
I mean, they're probably really far from it if they had time to dry off. That means that water must have been starting, like, there's a lot of water coming out of there.
I feel like it'd be completely flooded at this
That's what I'm
point.
saying. Like, the time that, like, in New York, of all places, to get from one place to the other and dry off, like, that's some time away.
So Bob Hoskins, using his plumber skills, trying to save the day here. You know,
It doesn't even seem like that complicated. Like, if you had the tools, I feel like it wouldn't be that hard to just, use the wrench.
I mean, I don't know a lot about plumbing, to be honest.
From what this movie has told me, using wrenches is very important in plumbing.
The thing I'm kind of wondering is, why doesn't Mario have a wrench in the video game?
That's true.
He just jumps on dudes. He's not like smacking them with a wrench. I was trying. I feel like a wrench would be a better.
Is he the only plumber in the game? Like, is he the only plumber in this whole universe of the game? Like, you'd think there'd be any competition? Because if there's not, that means
movie, there's the Skelettis.
Sure, the Skelettis, but in the real game, I don't think there's any plumbers. That means this guy handles all the plumbing work, which means he's the one who set up all those weird, dumb pipes, and they go pretty much so randomly. Like, it's the worst job ever, except this guy planned it so well to actually use them all to save the princess. Either he's a genius or a complete idiot.
These pipes are gonna come in handy someday.
Exactly.
The classic smack the guy over the head move. Oh no, she's been subdued.
Okay, so it is Daisy. All right, he does say the name.
So Daisy was a chick in the egg, right?
Yes. Way to ruin the movie, but yes.
The baby in the egg.
Yeah, no.
Well, it makes the most sense. He's like any idiot.
And plus the mom or whoever that was looked very similar. But such a weird choice to be. All right, let's make a game about Mario saving, the Princess Peach. So let's make a movie about Luigi and Daisy.
Right. Whereas Mario is the lead character.
Whereas Mario is the lead character, and there hasn't been that many games out at this time as well.
You know what?
1993.
I think we should call out J.K. Rowling that she stole the idea to make Ron and Hermione get together instead of Ray from the Super Mario Brothers.
No kidding.
Whoa! So they're into the tunnel right now. They're trying to find Daisy, and there's this sort of
even as a kid, I thought they was bad.
Like,
I was like, what is happening here?
She's
She
coming
looks
through
terrible.
the mud. She's into a portal. Oh, they found this.
Oh, he's got the crystal, and she goes back into this weird rock. Those damn Scapellis! They dragged her in there, didn't they?
Rock.
Which looks like a thing from Atlantis.
Right.
At least it did something in Atlantis.
So they're unclear about what's happened.
I feel like, it's so nonchalant. Like, oh, did you see that? Oh, yeah, me too. That was weird, right? People coming out of rocks. Crazy things.
We're going to go home and never talk about this again. John Leguizamo disintegrated into terrible CGI.
Well, come on. You got this, buddy.
And then,
he's
gonna make the jump.
just going to fall right in. But the way he falls in, I think he does a flip in.
Yeah,
it doesn't make sense. Look at if I remember correctly, it doesn't make any sense.
He's already upside down.
What the hell? What kind of gravity's going on over there?
And now
that's one thing I never understood is look at the transition that he's falling in through. How the hell did Daisy get back out?
Right.
Like, how was she back out then dragged back in if you're literally falling through? Do you know what I mean? It's weird.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
The math is weird.
Daisy's being taken away.
I think they just wanted to show, they're going through, a different parallel thing, but then they were trying to figure out, oh, shit, well, how if Daisy was kidnapped, how the hell are they going to find her? Oh, let's just have her pop back out.
So they're in another dimension, basically.
Yeah, Mushroom Kingdom. But, I think it's called, Dino Hatton. Not the most original of names. Manhattan, but with dinosaur.
Right. See, this is where it starts to look a little Blade Runner-y when they're here.
Big time.
It's got that very similar...
The sparks.
Yeah, vibe and production feel. You're also, the cinematographer... what's his name? Dean Semler. He you can see some of his influence in the way it's shot,
Yeah. That this shot right now is very, very
very Blade Runner.
Very Blade Runner, big time.
I love like I don't know. I guess this movie was shot in the '90s, but
It's that 80s
that
dystopia.
80
me too.
That a lot of films had.
I love that too. Well, even Demolition Man was in the 90s, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it had like a dystopian
Yeah.
view, well, sort of dystopian view of the future, but
No, that's the one thing I love about those types of movies is their perception of what the future would look like. Which, of course, I mean, yes, it's an alternate universe, but come on. Like,
well, I guess I just like it as a concept, the way that looks. It just seems kind of like creative to me, like that vibe.
just looks dirty to me. That's what. But then again, this is New York, so I hear New York's pretty dirty sometimes
Never
on
been.
the streets.
I've never
Me
been.
neither. But what the movies have told me, New York streets are terrible.
Oh, some puppets here. We have some kind of dinosaur rat puppets.
Yeah,
it
they kind of
seems.
look like Pachyosaurus. Shut up. It's its name, man.
So like we got these like dinosaur humans here. Oh,
Still-
she's got a carriage with an egg in it. It's like a dinosaur egg.
I love how alternate universes or things that evolved in a completely different way still have
See-
the similar things like bikes.
See, you know what would be funnier of okay, she's walking the egg because reptiles don't care about their eggs. It'd be funnier if she just laid the egg and then walked away. You know?
Oh, there's our
The first Goomba,
Goomba.
which is clearly a guy wearing a small head on the top of his
Yeah,
head. in a
that's
trench
exactly
coat.
right.
It's the equivalent of like a kid with another kid on his shoulders pretending to be an adult.
I hate King Koopa. Hate him.
You hate him?
I just this scene I remember as a kid, and I've always hated him. Like even as like a villain, like you know how you can appreciate a villain. I never liked him, ever.
Why?
I don't know. Maybe it's just a Dennis Hopper thing.
Dennis Hopper is always just one of those people who's insane, right? Which is sort of like fun to watch him just be an insane person.
The only thing I can think Dennis Hopper in is this,
Apocalypse Now.
and well, no, to me it's just this and Waterworld.
Oh, what about Speed? Do you remember him as the bad guy in
yeah. The second one was Willem Dafoe, right?
Speed? In Speed?
Yeah.
No, it's Guy Pearce.
Guy Pearce is the villain in the second
Oh
one?
no, he replaces Keanu.
Oh.
He's also in True Romance, which is like kind of an underrated Tarantino written movie.
All I remember from that movie is Christopher Walken.
Christopher Walken.
Walken, hey. That's all I got. Anyway. What rock?
As for whatever, I don't know.
Just
I do like Dennis Hopper.
you like that? I don't know. It's just something. Just me personally, I never enjoyed his performance. I don't know what it is. It just bugs me. I think he did something to me as a child. Like not. He did something to me when watching a movie. And it bugged me. Probably this one.
Right.
Probably this one. I was just like, man, I hate this guy. And then from
then on out, you just hate him.
yeah.
His main squeeze though, that's Fiona Shaw. You'd know her as
Harry Potter.
Yeah, from Harry Potter.
She's
Aunt Petunia.
his aunt. Yeah.
So
That's the only thing I know her from. This and Harry Potter. Like, has she made anything else? I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, she's I guess like
Wait, so
if you
they
make
they just mentioned in this movie Koopas is actually a price of is actually a currency.
right. Well, I mean, like I guess you borrow that from like Roman times, right?
Yeah, but Koopas is this little old lady talking to them. No, we don't have any
Well,
weapons.
this lady's asking if they have. This lady's like trying to rob him with his dildo looking
I see
thing.
Koopa coins. Or is that what they were called in the game? Koopa coins? I feel like that's not what it was
This
called.
old lady's robbing them.
Full on. There's Big Bertha. No, that's not Big Bertha. Big Bertha's
Who's this black lady helping them? I love that they shot him into this like cab, And there's a lady after being thrown out immediately goes to robbing someone else. That's how hard it is.
Is it just me? But these cars look like cars like bumper cars, right? Like that's what I get out of. With,
Right.
like the sparks coming out at the top, and they're on like a circus
Probably
thing.
how their power. Look at these boots. She's
Yeah,
got these series-
thomp boots, I think they're called.
She
like the-
flies away.
I love the flying away. It's so like, oh yeah, look at me fly, but it's so, it's so weird. It's so weird.
These are great boots.
Although I have to be honest, I wanted those boots when I was a kid.
I would ride around in those boots.
Remember moon boots? Those things sucked.
No, I never did.
Look
There's
at
like a guy with a
Toad.
guitar.
That's Toad. See the top of his head?
That's supposed to be Toad. The guy
That's
with the
supposed to
guitar?
be Toad. Yeah. Look at the head. If you look at, he's got the shaving thing like that. But yeah, I'm pretty damn sure that's Toad.
You know what they say? If you're feeling froggy, leap.
That's terrible.
These guys, these cops.
Cops hate plumbers.
I like how all these police have jackets that look like they just came from a Judas Priest concert. Like this police is like studded.
Or
So
a
they-
police concert.
No.
No.
The so the Mario brothers just got put into a cop car. Daniela is her name. It's the
Man.
the Tina Fey lookalike,
It's Daniela.
and they're like.
What? What's...
So the police car has like a snowplow on the front.
I like it. It's cool. And then it
looks like-
catches the hook thing and then it stops. Like these things have no brakes.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. It's terrible. Like, you think if they could invent all these things and bikes, like what, the bikes don't have brakes either?
You just fall off.
I guess.
I hope we eventually slow down and crash into something soft.
It's one of my favorite scenes. Mario. Is it Luigi? Love
Oh,
that
that's
scene.
that's where you find out their last names. So that's what I'm saying. Mario, and Luigi Mario.
I love it. And that's... I love it. That's one of my favorite
This guy's
scenes.
got like this hooker leg on him.
Did he?
Yeah.
I didn't even notice. I was so concerned with the Mario names that I completely missed the leg.
They're like going into like decontamination or something.
Sure. With still their clothes on, but you know it's all good because that's gonna do anything. But it's a kids movie. I mean, you can't. It's no Shawshank.
They had some blue water poured onto them.
Yeah, just for window washing.
So
Going to the center of the police.
this looks like it's just like the turnstiles from like a subway.
Probably is.
So now they're strung up.
See, this is what I mean. Like, this is an alternate universe and created it a different way, and yet, like, they have that. I always like that in certain situations, how other planets and other alternate universes or just all these different things essentially have the same technology. Like, the people would have invented the same way. I feel like that's completely different.
I love that their photos are taken with like sniper rifles.
Sniper rifle guns. It seems like a terrible prison. They're all in like these little box.
Reminds me of the prison in 12 Monkeys with Bruce Willis.
Yeah, it really
Very,
does.
very reminiscent of that. I wonder if they had the same production designer.
Or maybe this movie just ripped off a bunch of shit.
Apparently, the writers fully admit they ripped the ending off from Back to the Future.
This movie?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah, they just stole the ending from Back to the Future.
I don't remember
haven't
the
seen
ending.
it, so I don't know what the ending is. We'll find out, I guess.
Yeah, I don't remember the ending.
So the directors' names are Annabelle Jankel and Rocky Morton.
Rocky Morton.
Rocky Morton, doesn't that sound like a Ben and Jerry's ice cream flavor?
Kind of does a little bit.
Give me Rocky Morton.
Oh no, they're about to meet Mr. King Koopa.
So the other movies the director's done, DOA
Yep.
from 1998
Never seen that one.
with Dennis Quaid and Meg Ryan. So you know that's a hit. The Skelling the Owl Man.
Never heard of it.
That's sort of recent. That's let's see who's in this movie. Tim Roth is in it.
Tim Roth. Tim Roth is good. I like Tim Roth. Is that all he's got?
It seems that way.
All right, Tim Roth.
Doesn't seem like they directed many films after this. So, I mean, clearly they shit the bed on Super Mario Brothers.
Big time. Apparently, after they went off like past, I think 10 million over budget, their own agent for the director's agent kicked them off the set.
Really, eh?
And then apparently people were like production crew and all that were struggling to finish because no scene had actually been completely finished. So for the last week to 2 weeks, they had to go around just finishing anything they could do to finish this movie.
Just doing anything they could. To,
so
make
can
sure
you
it was
just
done.
imagine the shit show?
Right.
That sounds horrible.
So when you make a movie, there is like a insurance that you're required to buy. It's a completion fund or completion insurance, which is like a completion bond, I guess is the term.
Okay.
But it basically
so you can file it.
Basically, it's an insurance that you can file that they have to hire a company to come in and finish the movie for you if you
Gotcha.
suck so much.
Gotcha.
So I wonder if they enacted that whenever it did it. But according to IMDb, like over time, this movie's made over $200 million. So
What was the budget on it originally?
it's about $50 million. I think it says $48 million on here,
Damn.
which is pretty high for its time. Like
That's what I mean. Like, it took a long time for any video game movie to get such a huge budget. Like Resident Evil was probably, but that's because there's so many of them. They're like, yeah, it makes money over time.
right here, actually, hold on, I lied. It cost $42 million and only
42
grossed $20 million.
20 million. Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
But it's gotta have made more money over time. Like over time, it's probably.
Oh,
made
here
back
we
its
go.
money.
Where we're learning some plot points of de-evolving, which is very, very important to know about this movie.
And then
It's so stupid.
yeah, it doesn't make as much sense.
Goomba.
And he's got this little head.
Like, you're telling me that de-evolved? Like, from a dinosaur, your head went smaller than a human. That makes sense.
Yeah. Did you know? So the new Jurassic Park movie that the hybrid dinosaur they made, like the hybrid.
Indominus?
Yeah, Tyrannosaur and Raptor. The original concept was supposed to be a raptor-human hybrid.
Really?
Yeah, there's concept art of it out there floating around.
Then maybe that's what the sequel, Jurassic World 2, is going to be about.
Maybe. I actually would like that. better,
I don't know. It sounds pretty ridiculous. I love Jurassic Park. I loved all of those movies. I just have a thing for dinosaurs. I love them. But if you think about it really deep down, I mean, why do they keep making this damn park?
It's just everything keeps going wrong.
Like, who is insuring these people?
Right.
Like, why give him the only reason you're giving this guy a harmonica is just to say, like, oh yeah, no, that's Toad in the future, right? It's just differentiate from Goombas to Goomba. Oh, it's gross.
They're de-evolving Koopa.
King Koopa.
here. I mean, it'd be a lot funnier if they actually like took out people by doing stuff from the game, like jump on them and.
See,
Yeah.
that's what I mean. Like, it's an interesting. I don't know. Turning a video game about the guy literally just jumping on his enemies over and over and over.
Yeah, but he gets different powers.
It's
Like,
true, and apparently Luigi in one of the original drafts was supposed to get the raccoon power.
oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like this original.
Oh, they found mushrooms.
Yeah, and there comes the
They found the
bomb.
bomb.
I love the Babam. I mean, the Babam is super tiny, but Babam. I just always like saying Babam. It's the Babam.
Are you saying bomb or do you have a lisp? Babam?
Babam? I think you mean stutter.
To like flying through the air here on this thing.
Yeah, what is this thing for?
And then
Jesus, look at these.
So these fireballs are supposed to be like the fireballs that you get.
Right. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, okay. Except, the Goombas never had such power.
No, they're like the flower things had the fireballs.
It's true.
But
it's all over the place.
And what is it? King Koopa kind of had the fireball too. Like
Yeah, well, he's a dragon sort of type of, like a dragon turtle thing.
Yeah. So
Love
they're
these
trying
cars.
to escape. They're trying to
Love
escape
these
the prison.
cars.
They're getting into these like Mad Max type cars.
I love them. They look so damn cool. I find they look cool, and I love how every door is smashed in like that.
Yeah,
That's not an accident. No. That's a design.
They have like an electric kind of look to them.
Oh,
So
video
he's
game
like-
reference. Luigi's sitting on his butt all day playing video game. Wait, is he making fun of people who sit around all day playing video games?
Dude, there's this like
Wow.
lady I work with,
Yeah.
and like I mentioned like, oh, I'll probably just be sitting around on Sunday playing video games. Just talk about something else. She's like, oh, you're not one of those, are you?
That's like everybody these days.
But it's like, well, what the fuck do you do on Sunday? You watch like some shitty show, like,
read the newspaper.
well, like, fuck you, lady. Let me.
Yeah,
video
no,
games.
absolutely.
Fuck do you care what I do? On
I
my
mean, I
time
bet you she has an app and plays like Angry Birds.
She goes on Twitter and just gets angry at other like, or on Instagram is like, look at this bat. Anyways, so there's aliens apparently in this world.
No. They call them aliens, but that's just them as
'cause they're
fugitives.
aliens,
Yeah, pay attention,
technically.
Adam. Pay attention. Jeez.
I was
Can't
telling
you pay attention to the car driving and the aliens referencing? It's not that hard to follow. Come on now.
I mean, you know what? This like electric car system would be a lot safer if we had something like this in the real world. It'd be like,
How is that safer?
well, I mean, there's less emissions. You would never have to fill up for gas. It's all
But
just
look
like,
at the freaking dangers they're doing. Like these cars are like
it's just sparks.
sparks everywhere. Yeah,
there's no
sparks.
gas to get lit on fire.
Jesus, look at this thing.
So they have a car on top of a car now.
I don't know how this happened.
It's the old car on top of the car routine.
Yeah, I love it. It's classic. You see that in so many movies these days.
So they're
Jeez.
driving on top of this guy's car now.
Oh, there
Oh,
we
now they're
go.
falling off.
Like, there's definitely some cool stunts in this movie. I don't see it, but there's definitely some cool stunts somewhere.
At least you know they did it for real.
Yeah, no,
It's
that's the
not
thing.
CGI.
It's not that well. I mean, they did the stone thing, and they're like, no, this is awful. Let's not do that again.
They're firing fireballs at them again.
Like, you can appreciate the creativity of things in this movie. Like, if you were gonna give this thing any other title than Super Mario Brothers, and it would have definitely fared probably better.
It's just a weird sci-fi movie.
Yeah, it's it's a look at Fifth Element. That freaking movie's weird.
True.
It's good. It's
That's,
good.
That's like Luc Besson, though.
It is Luc Besson.
You can't compare Luc Besson to
I'm
Super
not.
Mario Brothers.
I'm not trying to. I just mean it as a sort of example. Again, Fifth Element. I love Fifth Element. It's a really good movie. It's not what I'm trying to say. I just mean give it a different title. I think the expectations were too high.
Right.
Oh, the Kupahari Desert.
Oh, so they're going to the desert level?
That is the desert level.
Dude, this makes me kind of want to play Nintendo. To be
Yeah,
honest.
dude.
I have a Nintendo. It's like it doesn't work properly.
Mine works fine. I put it on like a tube TV. I can shoot ducks.
Right, like if you try
awesome.
and shoot the gun on a like
LCD anymore? Yeah, it doesn't work
Doesn't
anymore.
really work.
Nope. You need a tube TV, which I got one. And it's awesome. It's as cool as I thought it was gonna be. But then after a while, you kind of get tired of it because you're like, all right, this is kind of too easy.
Right. I used to hide behind my couch and
Oh,
I'd
really?
like pop out like
I used to cheat. I used to put it right in front of the TV.
Did you?
Yeah, I've done that. I was curious, right? This is like prior to the internet. So you're just like, I wonder what happens if I keep doing this. Nothing happens. Like, obviously I lose interest after like 10 levels, but...
Right. Do you have the any of the other accessories? Like, did you have like the track mat or anything like that?
I used to. I used to have that one. Where, yeah, you used to run for like the track and field. And you can actually play games with that, too. You could like use those as buttons.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you could play Mario as Mario and jump.
I don't
and stuff?
remember. Like, I never used it for that, but I'm pretty sure you can use that as actual buttons. Like, you could just slam the mat.
Huh. So, Koopa is like hanging out in this mud thing.
I hate the mud. I don't know why.
These two guys, like the two like bumbling henchmen here, the one guy with like the dread mullet looks kind of like Alan Tudyk, and the other guy,
he's like Alan Tudyk meets Bob Goldthwait.
I can't do Bob.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to too. I'm like, I'm not even gonna try.
And the other guy looks like John Berthal's like shitty brother.
That guy is actually the John Berthal guy is actually the dude that goes on a joyride in Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Is it?
Yeah, pretty
Oh.
like 99% sure that's the same guy.
Oh.
I recognize his face.
Wait, the John Berthal guy from this movie is the guy that drives in
Yeah.
Ferris Bueller. Right, but not John Berthal.
No, not John Berthal himself. Just the John Berthal looking dude.
The Punisher didn't steal the car.
No, he did not.
So we're finding out that Daisy is the princess.
Now it's getting weird. Somebody literally says this is getting weird. I'm pretty sure you've just been kidnapped in a dinosaur world, and
So
now
they're
it's
just
getting weird.
Stealing all these women from like
The real world.
right.
I still can't get over the lizard people turning into humans.
Right.
What the hell? Doesn't make sense.
Right. Oh, now you say that, I recognize them.
Yeah, it's the
The
face.
Star
man.
Wars music is playing.
Yeah. Advanced.
So they're evolving him.
Yeah, because he needs smarter individuals. See, wouldn't you just advance everybody? Or I guess maybe you don't want them to be too smart for their own good.
I guess not.
See, like, apparently, the bigger brain you have, the closer to a human you are. That's essentially what they're kind of, like, telling you. I love how they just use
now
giant words now. Like,
now
I
he's
am
like-
intelligent. I can say benevolent.
Apparently that's wrong, according to IMDb.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I mean, I would have a hard time multiplying.
I mean, can we try that? Can we?
I don't even know what a square root is.
Square root is a thing that, you know what? Shut up. It's a thing.
I will tell you exactly how to shut the hell up.
It's a thing that you square and you root. Okay. I know the square root of certain things, like the square root of 9 is 3. Is it? Is it 3? Shit, now I don't even know.
Oh, that's just gazintas. How many times it goes into it?
Yeah, it gazintas. There you go. 3 times 3 is
72.
You need to go into the advanced machine. I'm gonna listen to this later and be like, man, not 3 times 3 is not 9. And then I'm gonna listen to it again. I'm like, yes, it is, and now I'm an idiot for not knowing that.
Oh, what's up with this seduction part here?
I was just playing with her nice dress.
Oh, that's typical.
They even did her hair.
Typical bad guy thing is to dress.
Indiana Jones did it.
Woman into like a dress that you just have.
Exactly. What's his name?
It's just like
Belloc.
Yeah,
Belloc
like,
does
hey, I
it.
make all my girlfriends wear this dress.
It's like, isn't that creepy? Like, that's super creepy. Why
I don't
dress
watch
them up? Most of them have died in it.
She's like, yeah, I can see that. There's knife wounds in this one.
Jesus.
Harry Potter's evil aunt is still evil in the Koopa world.
Yeah, that's another thing from Harry Potter I don't get. If they didn't like Harry Potter so much, why didn't you just let him go to the school where they never get to see him? They only see him once on holidays anymore.
I think she was jealous of the witch warlock thing.
But you'd think, I mean, if they don't like him so, you know what I mean? Like, there's
Just
still
let him go do his thing.
Just let him leave.
Right.
Like, it's such a trouble to keep feeding him and then let him live in the closet. He's always whining all the time. Like,
I don't have a good answer for you.
That gun, you know what that is? The de-evolution gun? It's a Super Scope from Super Nintendo.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I didn't actually see.
You'll see it later.
Do you know how on Mario Kart the Rainbow Road's the hardest level? So apparently, obviously Mario Kart wasn't out at this time, but was it?
Maybe on there's the Super Mario, the one on the Super Nintendo. Maybe.
Either way, the script was nicknamed the Rainbow Script because I don't know if you've seen what happens during a revision. They'll give you different color pages. So yellow is one.
Right.
So apparently the script was just a rainbow color, just based on all the revisions, which is kind of like
you're talking about for this movie,
this film, which is it's just kind of a funny parallel thinking.
Yeah.
Just how terrible this movie was. The rainbow script,
the rainbow script. Yeah. I get you.
This little dinosaur kind of puppet looks pretty good, though. I would say.
Yeah, it's pretty decent. I mean, they really did Yoshi pretty cool. I mean, he's not the right color or the right spots or pooping out eggs or anything like that. But, he looks pretty cool like a dinosaur.
They could totally redo something like this with very CGI kind of characters, right?
You're talking about more cartoony kind of characters?
Yeah. Who would you cast as Mario in the remake?
As Mario?
Yeah.
Who would I cast? Does he have to be...
Daisy, we can cast Emma Stone.
I wouldn't even put Daisy in it. Screw Daisy.
No?
Princess is in that castle and just leave her alone.
Just the princess is there?
I would...
Mario would have to be The Rock. At this point, right?
What?
The Rock's in everything. Mario has to be The Rock.
I would put The Rock as, Bowser.
I guess, but The Rock wants to play, heroes and stuff.
No, he's gonna play that bad guy, and he's gonna play. He's a Black Adam.
Oh right, yeah.
And Shazam.
I'd actually be hyped for that. But okay, so we have The Rock as Mario.
No, I would not.
You need a comedic relief as Luigi.
John Leguizamo.
How about Steve Carell as Luigi?
I see more like a Jim Carrey as a Luigi. You need someone lanky.
Nah, I'm telling you, Steve Carell.
Steve Carell from that movie about wrestling. That exact look.
Oh, yeah, but the DuPont guy?
Yeah. That look.
The documentary about that is even more fucked up.
The movie is not very good. At least to me, I saw that movie. I was not
like
a
it?
fan, no.
No? I followed the real story about
I think it might be more interesting that way.
There was apparently no weird gay stuff. The guy was just...
That's what I read up on that.
There's a lot of weird inconsistencies. They just made up weird stuff for the movie.
What does that mean, use her later? He just says, use her later.
I mean, we'll use her as a hostage, obviously.
Obviously?
Yeah. Okay, wait, what if you recast it with
okay.
all comedy? Seth Rogen as Mario?
I would actually go with Steve Carell as Mario if he has that look from the DuPont movie.
Steve Carell as Mario?
Yeah, I could see it. You slap a mustache on him.
Zac Efron as Luigi.
Yes, just always with the shirt off.
Right, just making Mario look terrible.
That's amazing.
Well, it'd be even better, have them team up again. It would be Steve Carell as Mario and Dwight from The Office.
Yes.
Which is his real name again?
Shroot, Rainn Wilson.
Rainn Wilson as Luigi.
Oh, God. I mean, Rainn Wilson is taller than him. That'd be just terrible. Slapping him like a big mustache is on. Oh, man, that's horrible.
Horrible idea.
I love it. Still better than this.
Still better.
Big time. Oh, look at that. We're learning some plot. Ha 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 ha.
So they're telling them their master plan.
Exactly. Slipping in that little rock into the meteorite, and then it brings up the world together. But
This
see,
guy-
they blasted it open again. The like, how long has this rock been there? You're telling me they've been missing shards for 65 million years?
Well, clearly you don't know that the Earth was created only 6,000 years ago, Matt.
Is it really?
I would believe that story over humans evolved from dinosaurs. I mean, technically we did over like a long time, but
But dinosaurs would look differently. Like, they wouldn't have the same skin.
No.
They wouldn't have opposable thumbs.
We didn't even evolve from apes. We evolved from common ancestor from...
That's true. The common ancestors. That's what I mean. Like,
Whoa, look at that awesome CGI shot.
coming in and then like catching up on her on the last minute.
So Yoshi's trying to break out here. See, like, you'd think they make this dinosaur look a little cuter. It still looks very... I know it's like a baby, but it still looks like an evil piece of shit.
You know what's cuter? That the actual real T-Rex from Jurassic Park 2.
Yeah, kind of. That's a good impersonation. That's better than my Bobcat Goldthwait.
I think you started with going, and then that was it.
We should watch one of his Bobcats.
Police Academy 4? 3?
No, one of the ones he directed. You ever seen God Bless America?
No.
No.
Did he do the one... name me off some movies that he done.
He's done a new one. It's about like a Bigfoot.
What?
Yeah,
Okay, maybe I'm thinking of a different person.
like he directs them. Like that's what his thing now is. Now he's like a director.
But I liked his... I loved his role in Police Academy. It's probably the only reason why I watch Police Academy now is because of him.
Really, you don't like Michael Winslow doing the voice effects?
Bob Goldthwait's better.
Yeah.
I like him. I just like the way he talks. I love that.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, that was his character persona. I think he even did that in like stand up and things like that.
Yeah, that's his
Yeah,
like,
that was
thing.
his thing. I didn't know that at the time. I thought that's just how he talked.
Apparently, at the time, it kind of was close to it.
Really?
Yeah, he talks about it. He's actually a pretty interesting dude to hear talk, and he's a pretty, like, he's an independent filmmaker. Like, he tries to just go out and make movies for on the cheap.
That's
well,
cool.
on the cheap for him, which is like $1 million, but
Yeah.
still.
I mean, still jealous of his $1 million movies.
Yeah. Apparently, Megadeth
See,
performs the
if
song
you have a
in this.
chance to give them colors, why go with Mario in yellow and Luigi in red?
Yeah, clearly no one played the game.
Like, seriously, why are you... What the hell?
Well, that's what they talk about. Like, Bob Hoskins didn't know he was making a video game movie until
That's
his kid
true,
told him.
yeah. And until his kid's like, no, I know this game here. Let me put it on the Nintendo that you bought me for Christmas, Dad.
So they're going to a nightclub.
But seriously, why those colors? Like, you had such a close chance to doing it.
No, I don't know.
I hate this song.
They're the wanted plumbers. The this club is like looks like the worst thing ever,
It's the dancing. They're dancing like snakes.
and everybody like knows this dance.
Everybody do the dinosaur.
You know what was a very clever like period piece way of doing a movie was the original Flintstones movie.
I like that one.
Like they were very self-aware about
Yeah.
all these things they were doing in the film. It was Steven Spielberg produced, so you know he probably had a large hand in directing it, as often happens with
Spielberg producing, yeah.
right?
Was it under Emblem?
I'm pretty sure,
Probably. Eh?
because like
There's a lot of movies though. I like that were produced, like even Back to the Future and all these things. But there's more than that. There's a lot of movies I was like, this was produced by him. This is crazy.
right? Because like if Spielberg came on set and you were doing something and he was just like, "Oh, you're doing it that way? I would do it this way." You'd immediately be like,
right.
"Fucking stop! Everybody stop! Let's do it the way you said."
Spielberg says it is. This is the way we're doing it now.
Exactly.
You think imagine if Spielberg was producing this thing,
It would have been good.
or at least much better.
There's this big black lady. Oh, that's the black lady from earlier.
Yeah, she stole the crystal.
She's got like spiky dress.
Well, yeah, I mean things were spiky in the Mario world.
I don't know about you, but I'd be intimidated by her.
Who wouldn't, man? This.
So he's like staring down at her boobs, which is like where this rock thing is.
Well, just watch what he does to actually grab this crystal from her cleavage.
Is it equal to what James Bond does? And yes,
Yeah, he grabs it with his teeth.
You remember that Bond movie where he's like trying to steal the bullet out of the woman's like belly button?
I don't remember. Honestly.
This lady's really confident for looking like a man.
This doesn't look like a man. Just a bigger woman. There's nothing wrong with that.
No, if it wasn't for her boobs, she'd look like a truck driver from Detroit.
What? With the giant eyelashes and everything.
Dude, you never seen truck drivers from Detroit? There's this other dude in the background, again, who looks like he just came from a Judas Priest concert.
That's pretty much what they were. That's pretty much what this whole movie is.
So
Let's make everybody.
Mario's got the little rock that they needed.
Mm-hmm.
Harry Potter's aunt's wearing like a pretty serious push-up bra here.
Is it a push-up bra?
It's a something bra.
Here come the Goombas.
There's something very strange about the small head thing. That's like,
It's insanely strange.
do you think like with how small the brain is, you could pilot a body like that?
I don't know.
So, I don't know. Your girlfriend's calling you. I can see it.
I'll just ignore it for now, or else it would be a really weird podcast on, hey,
Yeah.
baby, what's up? Oh, nothing. Just watching this movie about a video game called Super Mario. Oh, you never seen it? Good.
The lyrics of this song are "Goom Goom Alaka Laka."
See, now she's helping them. Big Bertha just full on helped them now after giving them like such a challenge.
She wants Mario to lay some pipe at her apartment.
But he's a terrible plumber. We've already established this.
Yeah.
So he was like super intimidated by her, and now he's like, all right, thanks.
I feel like that kiss was like very underwhelming. I feel like it should have been a lot more aggressive.
She changes so different from stealing this thing clear out of day to helping them all of a sudden and really liking this guy. Like it's too big of a character change for Big Bertha.
Right.
I'm pretty sure that's her actual name, by the way. Because Big Bertha was an actual thing from Super Mario 3.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you ever play Super Mario 2?
I've played all of them.
Okay. I feel like people played 1 and 3, but no one ever played 2.
I was actually always a big fan of the first art from the first one. 2 and 3.
The arc? Is that what you just said? The story
Yeah.
arc from the...
The story art. It's some of my favorite story art ever.
The arc or art?
Art.
No, I thought you meant the arc. Like, you were happy with, like, the character development of Mario.
I thought you were saying story art. I'm like, yeah, sure, the story art, Adam, whatever you say. No, I don't know. I like the style. But then again, I grew up playing that constantly. That I only played the second and third one much later on. I appreciate, I like them and everything. I don't know. I always go back to the first one.
Right.
To me, the arc is better.
Tell them about the story arc while I go take a pee.
All right, so essentially you have Mario, who is red. Actually, he's not even red in the original one. Oh, in this scene right now, they show you a throne, which I find. I mean, why leave the throne there under the moss, the fungus? So you just mentioned the Mushroom Kingdom in a funny way. See, and here I am talking to myself, and it's kind of boring without Adam. And he's still peeing. Just gonna wait here, and I always tell him, Adam, you should probably go before we start recording, because then you don't just leave me alone talking to myself about things about this movie. It's just not fun. Oh, hey, Adam. You already have half a beer. Like,
Well, I might want another one in a bit. All right, these bottles are smaller than they look. Don't tell me what to do. You're not my dad.
Like, they have pizza. Like, King Koopa's ordering pizza.
Why was it's like a common theme with pizza in these podcasts? Like, immediately I want some pizza.
Who doesn't want pizza?
Even when we were gonna podcast the other night, we didn't end up podcasting. I got pizza that night.
Aw, did you get pizza any other podcast night? So the night that we weren't supposed to,
no.
that we didn't, you got pizza.
Yeah. I was gonna eat it while podcasting too, just as a time saver.
I love pizza.
So what's happening? Catch me up on what I missed.
Essentially,
I'm that annoying guy that went to the bathroom during the movie, who's like whispering to you in the theater now. Yo, tell me what happened. What took a leak?
So essentially, you meet the fungi guy, which is actually Daisy's father, the real king of this Mushroom Kingdom.
Oh right, it's Lance Henriksen, right?
It's a fungus.
Oh.
I don't know who plays him at the end.
I just like Lance Henriksen is in this movie. I'm guessing it has to be him.
Oh, probably.
He's
I don't
on
know
the
who this
IMDb.
person is. Show me a picture of him, and I'll be like, oh yeah, that guy.
Oh, Lance Henriksen. He's like the. You know him as one of the police officers from the first Terminator movie.
The guy at the thing where the guy goes, "I'll be back."
This is what you know him as in Aliens. He's the robot.
Oh,
Like-
okay,
Yeah.
right, that dude. Okay.
So wait.
Finally, now we're
So
getting
we're how
the suits
far into
together.
the movie before we finally like an hour and 6
an hour and
minutes
6 minutes where they actually
before they actually wear their rightful colors?
it's
they're
about
wearing these
damn
boots.
time. Well, the boots is to give them that jump, right? Like,
So they can jump on people's heads.
but they never do that. At least I don't think they do. See, the suits are kind of cool, and the boot. I always liked the boots. I remember watching the movie as a kid, and now I still like the boots. The boots are cool.
You could like kick people with those boots. It'd be,
Oh
like,
man, kicking someone that'd be sick.
Like you know in Batman when he kicks that wall with that like brace on his leg, and you're like, why weren't you wearing this brace the whole time?
Yeah, but that's like James Bond movies where they give them the exact gadget for the exact mission that he knows exactly what's going to happen, and
Right.
then never use it again.
Right.
Like you'd think like Q would just like James Bond would just keep these technologies and be like, you know what, I might need that for this mission. No. Q's like, you'll need just these 3 things today. Like I'm not
That's
giving
right.
you anything else.
Eddie Izzard has like funny comedy about that.
Does he?
Yeah.
I came up with it first.
Right. Okay.
Stop it with this species thing. You guys are lizards. Actually, they're not. The dinosaurs aren't lizards. Are they lizards? No, I don't think so.
I believe they're dinosaurs. I don't want to get technical.
I don't want to get technical, but they're birds. Actually, from anything I learned, they're birds. That's what Jurassic Park 3 has taught me. It has taught me that they have feathers, Adam. They have feathers.
Luigi with the rainbow belt was like the rainbow's like symbol like a gay pride thing at that time, or was it just a rainbow thing?
I think it's just a rainbow thing, Adam. I think you're reading way too much into it.
I'm just saying, maybe there's like maybe Luigi was gay.
But he likes Daisy.
If we make a remake of this, I would say Luigi has to be openly gay.
And black.
Openly gay black guy.
Yeah.
Who's transgender.
Man, we're hitting all of the strides today. Like, look at that. Like, we are so modern.
You know, it'd be better if they're in high school.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
Yeah, I know, but that's what these types of movies that are coming out these days.
High school, and with such a minority character
So
as a main character.
Mario will be Tom Holland now,
Okay, I like it.
and Zac Efron will still be.
Zac Efron will play high school students in his like 40s.
It's true. Oh wait, no. Luigi will have to be played by a girl this time.
We're
So
switching.
then I can get Emma Stone.
Emma Stone as Louise, but she still has the mustache because we're not dropping that.
Just for fun.
She wears it. It's actually fake. She wears it ironically. It's a hipster thing, Adam. It's just
This guy is like.
the Goombas.
She doesn't eat meat.
Again, it's just to show that Toad is the good guy. That's why they gave him the little harmonica, right? So you can differentiate, like, oh yeah, it's that one specifically. He's a nice Goomba. You know, it's like in Star Wars Force Awakens. They give the little blood so you know that's Finn.
Finn.
Yeah. I got promoted, yes. Harry Potter. I don't know why that's funny.
No. So she's trying to kill her now.
Why are you doing this?
I think that was like a direct call to the director. Like, why are you doing this? You're killing the movie.
I don't even know why she's doing. Like, they don't even give like a proper explanation. Just it's what you deserve, okay? But why are you doing this?
Everything's studded in this movie. I don't know. She stabbed Toad.
Yoshi.
Yoshi.
Jesus.
I don't know. Whatever.
Toad is a mushroom.
Yeah, everything is studded in this world.
Studs are awesome.
Yeah, and like 2000 on my belt.
You have 2,000 studs
No, in
on
the
your
year
belt.
2000.
This is 1993, Adam.
So these guys are all just like dancing now?
Yeah, because the music was playing, so they started moving them and swaying them, and apparently that means dancing. It's comedy, Adam.
So they're like...
It's funny. See, like, Ten Hut in this movie means something. Like, come on.
I would say Pizza Hut. Am I
Pizza
wrong?
Hut! There's no product placement in this movie. There really isn't any product placement in this movie, is
Steamed
there?
vegetables is a product placement.
Where do they get nice vegetables like that? Like, the world is full of, like, these disgusting fungus and things like that. And
I don't
you're
know,
telling
maybe-
me
maybe
there's
there's a Whole
cauliflower? There's a Whole Foods down the road?
So the Goomba with the harmonica.
Is now
No.
on fire.
These guys are like on fire.
No, just
I think when they used to light people on fire back in the day too.
Yeah, I mean, you just don't do that anymore. It's such a lost art form.
These guys are like switching sides now.
Yeah, they became good when Mario and Luigi helped them.
Oh.
Like, what? Like, now they're good. Like, we've been with your father this whole time, but that's so weird because they were dumb and super evil last time. It feels like bad writing. Like, they're just like, all of a sudden, let's just switch these characters that haven't really developed so far. Unless they're lying, you know, they're just lying just so to actually, you know, so that Daisy would
Is there
trust them.
any of this fungus thing from the video game?
I don't think so. Nothing rings a bell. I could be completely wrong, but I don't remember any fungus, like specific fungus. I think the reason they wanted to put mushrooms in there is the fungus,
Yeah, I guess like fungus mushrooms. I mean, it makes sense, sort of.
sort of in a weird
But
way.
you're sort of missing the point. Like, I think, you know what I mean?
Oh, this whole movie is missing the point.
I don't know. Like, they should just have them dressed like this the whole time.
I mean, and it wouldn't even be that hard because who's to say their plumbing outfits don't look something similar to actual plumbing outfits, but you can change their color. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's definitely some art way to do it around there. But it's
Luigi's
also
taking a leap of faith here.
And we discover he's not dead. clearly on a harness.
This looks so bad.
I know. It totally looks like he's just on a cable. And there's a reason why they're not showing him from any other angle other than up above.
Right.
Oh. Now I get it. See? There's a reason why it looked bad, Adam.
Oh, he's in a big trampoline.
See, there's trampolines in Mario, but I don't even think it has anything to do.
This is very reminiscent of Willy Wonka.
I was just thinking that.
You stole fizzy lifting drink.
Let's do it.
So they're kind of like bumbling their way through here. At no point do they jump into any tubes or
Stomp people.
stomp people.
Essentially, the whole premise of Mario is completely destroyed and rewritten into this weird dinosaur dystopia, Dinotopia, meets Blade Runner.
Do you remember that show that used to be on? Like the kid
Yes.
had the video game powers. He had the controller and he had the gun and he had the power glove and everything.
What?
Yeah, it was like a cartoon. It was like a Nintendo cartoon, and I don't know. I'm gonna find out what it is.
There was a like a Mario kind of live action cartoon, not cartoon. Was like I think there was a cartoon segments and live action segments, and then it was a TV show. I remember that.
Yeah, like it was like half live action, half cartoon,
And
right?
it was Mario. Because there was a
No,
Mario one like that.
Yeah, that was the Mario one.
Yeah.
Captain N,
The
Game Master.
I don't remember that at all.
But yeah, he would like warp in and out of shit, and like he had like the power to like, I don't know, pause the world or shoot stuff. It was very like Wreck-It Ralph-esque in the sense that like all the characters have powers from their games.
Right.
But he had the power of the players, so he could like.
That's kind of cool.
It was a really neat concept. I remember as a kid really liking
Let's
it.
live action that movie. Like, come on, Hollywood. You're missing out on an opportunity here to live action things that people actually want to see. Which is just Adam. But let's live action. See, that's the one thing sometimes I feel like they keep remaking movies that are too popular. That
Oh,
people
he's
have
gonna
already
eat a
known.
mushroom.
I don't think he eats the mushroom, Adam. It's about kids. You don't eat mushrooms. Just grab a random mushroom.
But Joe Rogan said to eat the mushrooms.
No, you never eat the mushroom, Adam. Never eat the mushroom. No, see, he's keeping the mushroom for later. Like he's keeping the bomb for later, which I don't think you can actually keep bombs in the game.
You know what's a fun hack in the Mario game is whenever like you were big and then you punch the brick and then it becomes a flower, then you become small. If you get the flower when you're small, you turn into the guy with the Spitfire. Just told everyone something they already knew from when they were 6.
Yeah, Adam, that's cool. It's like me telling you. You remember that time in one of the first like underground levels? You just punch through and you can just go all the way to the top.
What?
You don't know about that? That's how you get to the other worlds, man.
I know.
Everybody knows.
But just in case, can you write that down for me?
Yeah, all right. So it's you'll take a left to this brick right here.
Oh, this weird fungus
Love how
dude.
it's sentient. Just like, come on, Dad. Like, whoosh, yeah, hey.
So
I'm
a
fungi.
fungus gave birth to a dinosaur.
No, a fungus. They de-evolved him into a fungus. So essentially, they de-evolved him so much that he went past dinosaur before anything else until he became fungus. But the fungus just looks like a giant, like that alien. It looks like something out of Alien.
Yeah, it's gotta kind of look like that.
This movie just feels so ripped off from other movies.
Dear Mr. Fungus, your daughter's really hot. I was hoping to save her and date her eventually. John Leguizamo, though, like, I feel like kind of an underrated actor.
John Leguizamo?
Yeah, he's done some kind of like movies that have been considered terrible, but like if you ever see him like acting his butt off in movies, you know.
Mm.
You seen Chef?
Chef, I love him in Chef. Chef
Dude,
is
he's
awesome.
so good, and Chef's a great movie.
Chef is good.
Dude, you can't watch Chef without getting hungry.
Dude, the when he makes the grilled cheese. Oh
Right?
man.
I was on a flight and I was watching that,
It's
and I
bad
wasn't
idea.
hungry at all. But then they're like, I was watching it, and they're bringing like the food cart around. I'm like, yep, I'm gonna need something. Give me anything you got.
That's the best way to sell things, man. Play Chef on an airplane.
Right.
You will sell food.
Movies not to show. The pilot of Lost.
Wait, what? To make people not hungry, you mean?
No, on an airplane.
Oh.
I was watching on my iPad. Not Raiders, Temple of Doom,
Right.
and it starts with like the plane crash. And I
Yeah.
was like, maybe I should fast forward this.
Castaway.
This is a bad mojo.
Flight.
All right.
So back to this movie. Did you just burp?
Yeah, it was a pretty good one. Eh?
Oh man, it smells like salami.
I had garlic earlier.
Oh, it's terrible.
That's why I'm drinking. I'm trying to mask
Jesus.
the garlic smell.
Well, it's worse. It smells like beer and salami. Salama beer. It's disgusting.
So llama beer.
Salama beer, man.
It sounds like something that came from the Middle East. A soloma beer.
It kind of does sound like, yeah. Like fizzy bubbly.
Is a fizzy bubbly.
I love the reaction that Daniela did to this Goomba dinosaur thing. She just looked at him like, yeah, all right. She got a little head and he looks weird. All right, cool. I'm from Brooklyn. I know shit's
So
weird.
these other women that are being trapped here, they're just like
Just random people that these people found on the streets.
They're
They're
just
like, they
like-
must be princess.
they might
She must be the princess. How does he know that that's Mario? Did
Wait,
she just
is he gonna
say?
jump on them?
I don't think
He's
he
swinging
ever
from something.
jumps on
Kicks
anybody,
him.
Adam. There's never any full-on jumping on people's heads. This ain't American History X.
See what's funny to me is if he would jump on them and they would just collapse into a flat pancake, and there's no explanation of it ever. It just
Adam,
happens.
the dinosaurs
All
turn
right,
into
when
humans.
we remake this with The Rock and Steve Carell,
They squish people like pancakes, absolutely, and then
Steve
disappear into
Carell.
coins. Not like a giant coin either, like literally just turn into change.
right? They smash bricks and coins come out.
Yes, I love it. I love it.
I think we're onto something. We could remake this as a very funny comedy. I think.
Yeah, we're gonna modernize it like they've done it with Baywatch and
Yeah, because that was a big success.
fine. Sorry, 21 Jump Street. I'm not familiar with Baywatch's success right now, but yeah, is it bad?
Apparently,
No. Apparently, there's male nudity in it.
there's what?
Male nudity,
Like man dick,
like man dick, which I think is actually kind of funny.
like erect dick or like flaccid?
Yeah, I don't think you can actually do erect dicks on Hollywood movies, Adam. This isn't a porno. Oh, here we go. They're sliding
See,
down
no one
this
gives a shit if you
gigantic.
see a dick in a movie. They're just like, yeah, whatever. Seen 100 of those on the internet today.
Exactly.
Like,
Who does it offend? Who does it really offend? If you're
No
going to go
one's-
see an R-rated movie, those are adults seeing things. Don't tell me nobody's seen a dick. Men have seen their own dicks. They've seen dicks on the internet. Women are either familiar with dicks. I've seen them somewhere. Like, there's no way someone...
if you have an internet dating profile site, you've seen.
Have you been on chat roulette recently? Dicks.
So there's this shitty tunnel.
It's terrible. They're just sliding down. It's like this nice, fun adventure. But it... I mean,
Maybe they thought they could like make a ride out of this.
Oh God, like the Super Mario. Actually, funny enough, I think they're doing a Super Mario World, like a Disney theme park, but Super Mario World, which could be really freaking cool. But this ride is not part of that.
No.
Oh no, a wrench.
Speaking of like cool worlds, we should just go to Florida and go to the Star Wars world.
There's a Star Wars world in Florida.
Yeah, man. That it used to be Universal Studios. It's called like Hollywood Studios now. But it's like a whole like
I know there's like
Star
a whole
Wars.
Harry Potter world, which
they have that
cool.
there too. But
I didn't know there was a
there's
full-on Star Wars.
Yeah, man. Like there used to be a small part of the park that was all Star Wars.
Yeah.
And it was pretty cool. But now it's like the full on Star Wars world.
Oh god, this is terrible. Oh man.
terrible.
Oh man. It's not even like gravity is not that slow.
They're on this like
They're
ice
on a
brick.
mattress. No, it's a mattress. They're on a mattress sliding down this thing in the air, but it's so slow.
That was pretty brutal. Like, who thought of that? And then who also was in the meeting was like, yeah, this is a good idea.
The ending itself had to be completely redone and remade because it was too big of a budget. Like they were supposed to do it on like the apparently they were supposed to do it like on the Brooklyn Bridge and stuff, and he was turning into like a giant dinosaur and just this like gigantic thing. Which in this point, did you see did you see him?
With the bomb
It wasn't a bomb.
or something.
Yeah, it was Bill. It's Bullet Bill.
Oh.
Come on, man. These little things.
So they're using the boots to like punch dudes.
See that makes sense. That makes sense to me. I understand that.
It's like the Goonies guy, his like boxing glove that comes out of his coat there.
Here we go. What is this belt? Oh right,
Trust the fungus.
So I'm just gonna rip this fungus apart.
So destroy it.
Yeah, exactly. Right after it, trust it. All right, rip it into shreds. Mario does none of these things, and this just seems like such a terrible adaptation.
Mario is apparently the guy from Uncharted too, doing all this climbing. They want to make that into a movie, video game movie.
See, I can see that the game's already a freaking movie,
I don't know. I feel like it's just too good to,
and it might have that too much of a Indiana Jones feel to it. You think maybe? Oh,
Harry Potter's evil stepmom is
Aunt,
evil step aunt, whatever.
just the actual aunt. Now she's about to date Frankenstein.
Right? She's got that hairdo,
Yeah, the little hairdo thing from Electricity.
which Jay Leno had for a while too, right?
What?
Yeah, he had it was like he had dark hair with the gray
Little
like white thing or gray thing, and then he inverted it.
I feel like this movie, like King Koopa, is what's gonna happen at the end of like Trump's.
He's just gonna become,
It's just, this is what the world is gonna become in America.
very good.
Man,
It's
that
gonna
woman
be
still has
huge.
cigarettes. You'd think you would have smoked them all by now.
Right. It's like the Waterworld, like
Yeah!
movie. Again, Dennis
Holy
Hopper.
shit!
All-
Where do they get these cigarettes? It's like you'd think,
There's got to be a lot of cigarettes out in the world if you can get them all.
but in a wet world, you'd think they'd be all wet all the time. Or unless they invented a specific piece of paper that's completely dry,
I don't know.
waterproof cigarettes.
Don't have a good answer for you there. Do you know the world covered in water probably run out of oxygen pretty quick?
Without water?
Well, no, full of water. Do we
Oh,
nothing to
full of
make-
water.
I don't think they'd be able to make
Like plants and stuff? That's what
Yeah.
you mean, yeah. I don't
except
know.
on Mount Everest.
But everything's dead up there. There's nothing grows up there, Adam.
So wait, so
So what? So Trump's coming.
Trump's coming.
Like, come on now. You see it too, don't you?
There's a bit of a parallel here.
It's a ba-ba!
Ba-bum.
I love how this little tiny thing is like the most dangerous thing ever. And it's so slow. Like, like he's so worried. Like, you think you would have thrown it like a grenade. Like, no. Let me wind it and put it on the ground and let it slowly make its way. He's so far! Like, what are you worrying about, Koopa? Koopa Trump? How was that a mess up? Like, I would have
called
just
him
fired. I would have just fired the gun
Told him he
towards
messed
it.
up. Now it's fallen down into the fungus.
Alright,
He's
that's
never
obviously-
eaten the mushroom yet.
I don't think he's eating the mushroom, Adam.
He better eat the
What's he
mushroom.
gonna do? Become bigger?
Yeah.
What is this? A Mario adaptation? Come on, you're asking too much.
This Bob-omb, I kind of want a Bob-omb toy.
That's probably the one thing that they sold them. That 20
There's
$20
probably a
million,
Burger
that
King
20
somewhere.
that $20 million, like half of that was just for people buying bombs.
Right.
I love how it actually just kills you to actually put this thing in there. It's the
She
classic
got, she got electrocuted, and
then
her
just-
hair's become a fossil.
sent to the wall. But
John
nobody,
Leguizamo with the jokes there. She sure makes an impression. Oh, Peach is the only one that can withstand the force.
It's Daisy. There, Adam. Her name is Daisy. Get it right. And she is in the right
What did I
castle.
call her?
What?
Huh?
You called her Peach.
No, I don't know. One princess.
One of them fruit.
One of them fruity princesses there.
Oh. So
His gun
essentially,
ran out of juice.
it just seems
Uh-oh.
like you blew
Mario's
it out.
turning into bad CGI. Oh, so is them.
Yeah, they're transferring over to the real world. They're merging.
This looks like the Shatterize tool in After Effects whenever you...
Yes, that's exactly what they did. Oh, did you see that spin right there that
Ooh.
Mario's got?
You got your Shatterize
Let's
and
give
your
him a
spin
spin.
tool.
Let's give him a little spin.
Ooh.
Oh God, it's not the worst CGI we've seen in this movie so
No,
far.
I guess not.
It's about to get worse. I mean, we're getting into the end of the movie. Usually, end of the movies usually involve more CGI than that, and that's been a truth about anything.
He's using his plumbing tools.
Oh man,
Bad taste. The World Trade Center.
Wow.
World Trade Center. Too soon.
That is, I don't remember that.
But that was in the 90s. That was almost like
No, I know,
10
but like,
years
isn't
before
that
that.
so weird? Looking at that now is very, very odd.
Yeah. Probably not good.
How does he know what Brooklyn is? Yeah, that's the Super Scope. Yeah, see, we don't turn into chimpanzees. This movie's all wrong with
A
evolution.
monkey in a suit, though, is kind of funny. He
He
did a squint. But he's married.
Married monkey suit man.
He's missing all his teeth.
Yeah, he de-evolved from losing teeth, man. Come on now.
He's going to turn them into monkeys.
Haha. See? It doesn't make him bigger, it just makes the fungus bigger. The stupid mushroom thing. Like, how does that...
So he
Like,
just threw
who-
the mushroom at him?
Who thought... Why... Do you know what I mean? Like, why? Where did that become an idea of, like, okay, yeah, he's going to use it as a shield, but how does Mario know about using that as a shield? I don't know.
So wait, now they warp back.
Yeah, because he took out the thing, but the bomb's still going, taking its sweet ass freaking time. Like, that bomb to make it back. Oh, close, man. You almost blew up that bomb with your car.
The guy needs to go to a hairdresser, I think.
Yeah. See, there's super scopes.
Yeah, they are. That's pretty cool.
I've never played with one. I always wanted to play with my friend Super Scope, but he
wouldn't
never
let
let
you?
me. He's like, no, this Super Scope, I like to play it with myself. So I was like, all right, man, play with your own damn Super Scope. I just noticed that sounds weird.
So Bob Hoskins has done absolutely nothing in this last little bit. He's just standing still.
Just keeps standing, and now he's Toad is
This guy's playing
harmonicking the
harmonica.
song.
Oh,
Oh, it comes back.
Big Bertha's back.
Da, 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 da.
So Mario essentially cheated on his girlfriend, I would say, with the
Big Bertha?
with Big
well,
Bertha.
Big Bertha really kissed him, really.
Right, but he did kind of.
I feel like she would understand. I mean, this is a different world.
Babe, you don't understand.
Like, Big Bertha was there and she had a crystal and I grabbed it from her breasts.
You did what, Mario?
No, you can't get the Koopa. He's not a tube TV.
Oh, here we go. Let's turn him into
Bowser.
He kind of looked like the Joker there for a
Yeah,
second.
he did a little bit, but yeah, that's essentially what they're doing is turning him into a Bowser type of. It's a Reebok. Did you see that?
Yeah.
I've never seen that before.
That was the product placement.
There's the product placement.
Reebok.
Reebok.
He's falling into this pit from Attack of the Clones.
Don't do it, Anakin.
Hey, before you go, can you give them my lightsaber to my
Oh,
son?
it's so bad. Look at that thing.
Ooh.
It's so bad. Like, you can tell the ending was, like, very... anyways, the ending is done on a
Shooting
cheaper
them.
budget.
Ooh, he's transitioning.
Into an actual dinosaur. But the worst part is, nobody else turned into that.
No, he was
Did
like
you
a
notice
bigger
that?
dinosaur.
Like, everybody else actually was in the machine longer.
What's happening? He's like,
He evolves into, like, pretty much water, I think.
Oh, into
It's
goop.
evolving into just...
into splooge.
Yeah, and pretty much that scene from X-Men 1.
Mm.
Yeah,
Crowd's pretty hyped about that. The Trump's gone.
That's the way Trump's going out. Like, he's essentially just going to
Into
turn into a
green goo?
dinosaur, into a goo.
Ah, it's gonna be huge. Huge.
Huge. Making America great again.
Not as huge as Rosie O'Donnell, but still pretty huge. So these boots, now they're flying out of here with the boots.
It's the flying. Like, the gravity in this world is terrible. Like, you're telling me the mattresses, they're like, are so slow. Like, how are these boots working? They're supposed to just kind of love, and then all of a sudden you start gliding. Like, where are you gliding from?
I can show you the world on this mattress and it's stinky.
Man, they're already, like, moving on. Already painting away Koopa's
We need a new
face.
dictator.
Seriously, who's going to rule this world from now on? I guess it was a monarchy before, right? The whole prince, and cause he's going to turn back into, and we're going to have the guy.
All right. He's
I
gonna
always
morph.
hated his cough. Did the cough thing.
That was his idea. Apparently it was like Rice Krispies.
But there
Yeah.
you go. You were right. It
Lance
was
Henriksen.
Lance Henriksen. How does he? Oh no, never mind. No, I'm asking how does he know about luck? No, of course he's been helping them. Never mind. Never mind. But no, I always hated that thing as a kid because I was just like, oh my god, that was in his lungs. Ew. I guess that's my understanding of it as a kid. He's like, he
Crackle
was just
pop.
fungus, but man, ew, that was in his lungs. Gross.
Ooh, she's got the laser.
That's right. Send him back to his world. I can't. I'm the princess. Oh, come on. Say I'm the princess. Damn it. No, I was so close.
Sorry, the princess isn't in this castle. There's not even a castle in this movie.
No, there's not even an actual kingdom. Like, they call it the Mushroom Kingdom. But that's actually a joke because everything's fungus, so he calls it the Mushroom Kingdom.
Right.
I'm pretty sure that the way he said it, he's like, oh, look at you in your Mushroom Kingdom. And you're like, I bet you that whole thing was just so they can bring in that joke.
Right.
They're like, okay, how can we bring in the Mushroom King? Let's be smart about it. Fungus. Everything is fungus. I love it. Let's make a movie. 40 million. Here you go.
What could go wrong?
Exactly. Nothing. I mean, they never thought this was going to fail. It's not like they kicked off the directors off of it or rewrote the ending or rewrote the whole movie 17 times.
Or that everyone involved hated it.
Or people broke their feet, their finger. I never even noticed the finger. Did you?
No, I didn't notice, to be honest.
No, his finger's not broken there. Well, see, it's you don't even notice the fingers, so I mean, at least you don't notice those things. People were drunk on set all the time.
the saying bye.
See, look,
like
look, he's grabbing him again. How is that possible to go through the bugs me.
he's saying bye with the hand like the knight from Indiana Jones.
Goodbye.
You know how
Chosen.
bored you'd be?
Oh
that fucking
man,
thing?
like without a phone. Oh, Daniela.
I want to come to Mario's house for dinner. Look at this. Doesn't this look good?
My girlfriend makes the better stuff.
Girlfriend's not Italian.
How is
she's
that in
French.
America's world? Like
Walter
it's
Cronkite,
so
yeah.
it's so it's so like regular. Like, oh yeah, no, this happened. Oh, here comes the names. Oh.
Super Mario.
And then this is the
Brothers.
traditional movie where they're trying to make a sequel out of it. Like, Jesus, Daisy?
See, this is completely lifted from Back to the Future.
I see. That's what you meant by it. Yeah, I see it now. Although they probably had plans. They were like, yeah, we're going to make a second one. Hells yeah. Whereas Back to the Future, they were not planning
Dude, you always got to leave it open for a sequel.
But Back to the Future never actually even did that on purpose. They liked the ending. It was never supposed to be a second one. They had no hope in that movie. Like,
You know what's crazy though? Like if you watch the first one, right?
Yeah.
The first Back to the Future, he has the cowboy gun that he uses in the third one.
what do you mean the cowboy gun?
Doc Brown has the cowboy gun, like he loads it up before
What?
he gets shot. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, there's so much little attention to detail they put in those movies.
I don't remember the cow, like the rifle, well, I guess the Colt or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't
Anyway, so we got credits rolling. All right. So what'd you think?
The little kid in me still has fun watching it. The adult in me still has fun watching it because it's so stupid.
There's something to be said about just a dumb movie.
Exactly.
It's kind of silly. You can just watch and not really, I don't know, think too much or
Exactly.
or it just makes you laugh at just how ridiculous it is.
See, because like there's things like Predator where it's well done, but it's still ridiculous and fun, and it knows it's ridiculous and fun, but it's still well done. Like that's a good movie that's fun. This is a bad movie that just reading into like what actually happened on set and all these things that's what's actually. I want to see a documentary about what happened on this movie. Would be
Right.
so interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be kind of harder to make now. Bob
Yeah,
Hoskins
unless
is
somebody
dead.
actually no, but well, also the fact that did anybody ever record backs, behind the scenes on this thing? But yeah, you're right, in Hopkins. But I'm sure there's interviews and all that.
Yeah, there's got to be something. To be honest, I remembered Koopa as Dave Thomas and not Dennis Hopper.
Dave Thomas. Why does that ring a bell?
Like Doug and Bob McKenzie.
Oh, really?
I don't know why. I just remember
That's
that
such
scene.
an odd.
I think it would have been better as Dave Thomas.
Yeah. No, you know what? And then Rick Moranis as Mario.
Right. You guys are missing a classic party. Yeah, I don't know. I think this movie overall is it's complete garbage.
Yeah.
But there's something funny about looking back on a shitty movie
Yeah.
with time as a retrospect. I wonder movies that come out now, I don't know, like The Rocket and Baywatch, if in whatever 20 years that'll be kind of seen as funny. Well, not in a bad way, but people will look back do you know The Rock was in a Baywatch movie?
I got you. I got what you mean. Yeah, and I feel like there's definitely recent movies out there that have this on the same par of Mario, where it just things went so wrong and the decisions have been wrong. I can, on a big budget scale, I'm looking at the DC universe. Not obviously the DC universe is way better than this movie. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying.
I don't know.
they're-
Batman
they're-
v Superman was pretty terrible.
But that's what I mean. It's those decisions and these things that are happening behind the scenes as well that they keep. Sometimes you just leave things alone, or you know what I mean. If you're gonna
Yeah.
make an adaptation of a movie of a game, make it as close as you can.
Yeah, it was clearly people that just wanted to make their own thing, and then
That's exactly what it was. They're trying to make their own thing. They were trying to make it more adult, which was another thing because then, dude, I'm serious. This was a thing that was being they were oh yeah, we're making an adult. This is they were Chris Nolan before Chris Nolan.
Right.
Let's make things dark and gritty. And the studios, of course, are no, this is a kids movie, man. It's based on a very, very popular kids video game. No, let's so you had this studio in this retrospect, the studios were probably the ones. Yeah,
Special
Reebok.
thanks to
Literally the
Reebok.
only thing was Reebok. But what I'm saying is, in this point, I would actually say, hey, leave the studios do their own thing. And you know what I mean? Like, the studios here, I feel, would have done a better job if they controlled it more
Yeah.
than who directed this crap.
Mm.
But all in all, I still enjoy it for what it is.
Fair enough. It's Buena
But-
Vista, so it was Disney.
Whoa. There's an ending to this?
This is funny. Wait, there's a post-credit scene before post-credit scenes. Little did you know.
Wow.
But it had like the two Iggy and Spike dudes.
But now I'm trying to think. I think Iggy and Spike are actual characters.
Are they?
I mean, I don't know.
I have no idea.
Google this, people at home, because there's not enough time. Anyways, bye-bye!
Yep.
Game over, man. Game over.
Thanks for listening. Be sure to subscribe, rate, and review the podcast. And be sure to follow us on Twitter at Lost Commentary, on Instagram at Raiders of the Lost Commentary, and like us on Facebook.
I'll be back.